So you're in the market for a Mark V Supra, but you don't know if you should buy it or shouldn't. I'm gonna help you guys make that decision with this video right now. So you're debating, trying to choose what car to get, what suits you the best. This car has the best aftermarket support, in my opinion, in the car game right now. So if you're trying to find a car where you could mod it, you want to bring your own taste to it, your own swag to it, this is the best car because it has so much support and it's the best of both worlds. You get the JDM from Toyota, you get the German from BMW, and BMW has the game in a chokehold right now. You can argue with a wall. Even Mercedes trying to use BMW engines. I don't know if y'all seen that. I'm gonna convince you guys why you guys should get a Supra. So if you didn't know, BMW and Toyota is entering their partnership on this car, so therefore they're not making these cars no more. 2026 was the last production year on the Supra. So in my opinion, I think the value of these cars is just gonna keep skyrocketing, especially if you get in the manual. But even if you do get in the ZF8, aka automatic, you should be still chilling because the value of these cars is just gonna go up. It's such a beautifully and well put together car, and you just can't go wrong, man. Gonna get a quick startup on this car. It might connect to Apple CarPlay, but oh wells. So now, in my personal opinion though, I think the only downside to this car is it having only 2 seats and limited space. But other than that, man, look at the cockpit of this car. It's very beautiful, BMW-esque. So as I was saying, this car is definitely the best car to get right now because of the aftermarket support that it has. And especially since it's a V58 engine, it's basically like the best combination right now. JDM with German, because German engineering, specifically BMW, is ahead of everybody right now, ahead of the competition. And then you mix it in with Toyota's reliability. Like, what more can you ask for, you know? And then just the looks of this car, so ahead of its time. Once again, like I said, the aftermarket support on these cars, from the fenders to the exhaust, the wheels, to anything that you want with this car, you could choose whatever you want to do with it. So yeah, guys, back to what I was saying about the Supras. Supras right now, I think, are the best bang for your buck car. The reason why these Supras are so valuable right now is because the aftermarket support that it has, and it's such a good mixture of JDM, Toyota, and German engineering, BMW, which BMW has the game on a chokehold right now. And it's such a good mix because you get reliability, and you get such good mixture of both, the best of the both worlds, you feel me? The good thing about these cars is you could choose whichever way you want to go about it. If you want to go big turbo, you could go big turbo. If you want to go just aesthetics wise, you could just have a good aesthetically built Supra. And it's to each their own, you know? And in my opinion, the way I'm going about it is I'm giving it my aesthetic version of how I want it to look. Like, my build, the way I'm going about it is I want it to look as aesthetically pleasing to my best ability and as performance-wise maxed out, and it keeps its reliability. because at the end of the day, you always want a reliable car, yes or no? This car is just beautiful. What can anyone say about it? There's always the people that are like, oh, it's a BMW, it's not a real Supra, this and that. I mean, haters are gonna hate until they get inside the car or see the car face to face or in real life, and then they change their mind, you know? But yeah, let me just show you some of the performance mods that I got. See that? BMW time. Had to pull the latch twice. Very BMW-esque. And now let's show the big B58. That's the B58 engine right there that this car has. I have Armor Speed colder intake. As you can see over there, I'm not sure if you could see it. Nah, you barely could see it, but it has a T51 R mod. And yeah, these engines are very reliable from what everybody says. And it's basically the modern day 2JZ. It is dirty right now, but these engines could hold up to upwards of 800-900 horsepower. Get a turbo, upgraded internals, upgrade the charge pipe, because this is plastic, it is gonna explode. And yeah, you would have a very fast car compared to a lot of things on the road right now, man. And just in general, man, the Supras are just very beautiful cars. Like, you cannot tell me otherwise. Just seeing this car like that, even in any angle. Well put together car. I don't know, I'm babbling right now. This car is dirty. And yeah, fellas, let me know what type of content y'all want to see from me, because at this point I'm just outside in public recording whatever. I am gonna be dropping a video a week. That's what I'm planning on. Got mods coming in. I have mods already that I need to install, and I'm gonna go lower. Although this car is low already and I struggle in some places, I just need that perfect fitment, because you can see that gap right there. It's not doing much. The gap could have been worse, but then I have 305s in the rear and I have 265s in the front, and I'm mismatching tires. Don't ask why. That's just how I like it, because in the back I have Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, 305, 30, 19s. It's a summer tire, but my point is it's very wide, gets the traction. And in the front I have Continental DWS all seasons. They're 265, 35, 19s, I believe. I think it's the best mix that I've had that on this car yet, because the all season in the front keeps me my grip in the colder weathers and the bad days, like the rainy days. And then in the back, when I need grip for them sticky days, them sticky hot sunny days, that's when that comes in clutch. And as you can see, I don't have no spacers, but it comes out because of that width of the tire. I gotta get better at talking to this camera, because I'm not gonna lie, it's not doing me well right now. But yeah, I definitely gotta get a different mount, because I want to post more POV drives and I don't want to be holding the phone or having the phone in a weird position. I want it in a very well kept position. And you're probably saying like, yo, failure, you're only telling us the good things about this car. What are the cons? So the cons are the space in this car is annoying. 2 seats, no back rear seats. The cargo space is all right. The cockpit space is all right as well. And the visibility out this windshield, right now I am in the 0.5 lens, so it looks big, but it is not that visible. When I first got this car, I was a little nervous about how I would be able to drive this, because the visibility, if you do sit inside this car, like look, this is my hand, and it takes up literally like almost half of this side of the windshield. But you get used to it nonetheless. And over here, your blind spots, if it wasn't for this blind spot monitor, man, it saves me a lot of time, because these mirrors and the blind spots on these cars is very terrible. But I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. This car has more pros than it does have cons. It is rear wheel drive. That's another con. That's my worst con about this car, because I live in NYC. it gets cold, it snows, it rains, and rear wheel drive, man, is the worst to put up with, especially in this car because of the power to weight ratio. You're gonna be slipping, you're gonna be sliding. It's a very hazard to the road, to yourself. So if you have the option of getting something in the all-wheel drive or X-Drive, anything like that, then you rather just stick with that, because if you are gonna daily this car, it is not dailyable. I'm gonna tell you right now, to all those people that are telling you I daily mine this and that, they're not dailying it the right way, how I would daily a car. Because if I daily a car, I'm putting it through a blizzard, and I'm putting it through snowstorms, heat storms, anything you could call it. I put a car through pain, you feel me? And back to the pros of this car. Actually, no, another con. When you first get this car, it has, I'm gonna try to insert a picture of the steering wheel, the stock OEM steering wheel, but it is hideous. It does not suit the car whatsoever. My first mod that I wanted on this car was a steering wheel. I did get scammed. Shout out to the scammer. But then I got this right here, this M5 CS type steering wheel, super fitted. And it really changed how I felt inside the cockpit of this car. No diddy. But yeah, back to, let's see, the cons. Cons are not that much, bro. Focus on the pros, bro. You're trying to buy the Supra, man. Focus on the pros. Oh, and just one more con, man. This car is an attention magnet. So if you're one of those people that likes to be low-key, I like being low-key sometimes, but I don't mind attention sometimes. But it is an attention magnet. Anywhere you go, you're gonna be breaking necks. They're gonna be like, yo, what is that? And just gotta live with it. When I was looking for a Supra, a lot of people would talk about this con, and I didn't think about it. I didn't care too much about it until I did get a Supra. But this right here has no trunk button, no trunk latch. Even there's a button over there by the door, but when you close the door, it closes again. And the only other button is right here on this BMW looking key, but it is a Toyota. You gotta press this, and there's no like handle or anything. You gotta squeeze your fingers in. And that's the trunk space you do get. That's pretty much it. It's not that big of a deal, bro. If you're driving a sports car, you cannot be worrying about space like that. Who cares? Live your life, YOLO. So the last pro that I want to give you guys to this car before I send it off, and I gotta go because I gotta break my fast. It is Ramadan, so Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslim viewers watching. And I'm gonna just give you guys a pro, which is the exhaust on this car. I'm gonna give you guys some sound clips. Hopefully I don't bother anybody. There's a lot of people in this park with their families, but YOLO. This is Failure. You watch another one of my vlogs. This is my Supra, and I'm out of here.